Hey, so we are officially recording. I am going to try to make this short, sweet, to the point, but I want to talk about the importance of setting goals and having something to work to and being able to have something to kind of keep you motivated as you are going through this coming year. So we all know 2020 kind of sucked, and no better or worse terms, but it doesn't mean that there wasn't a lot of good that came from it. And a lot of those people that can find good in those things are ones who are still working towards something. People who had an idea of what they wanted their year to look like, and they weren't going to let anything get in their way. So even though we had a pandemic and we had chaos, and we had elections and we had all this other stuff, those people still had something to work towards. So that's why I want to be able to invite you to really practice setting some goals for yourself and what those goals can do for you. So one of the quotes that I love is, "A dream without a goal is a wish, and a goal without a plan is just a dream." So goal setting is really just the first step. And it helps you kind of center yourself, and again give you something to look towards and to work towards. But it's not a magic wand. It doesn't automatically just make those things appear once you say, hey, this is my goal, and then that just magically wakes up one day, and the goal fairy came and granted every goal that you wanted. So this is step one, and this is really just a matter of getting ideas of what gets you excited, what gets you maybe a little bit scared. A lot of people that I work with who coach me and who I coach talk about, if it doesn't scare you a little bit, maybe your goal isn't big enough, because it should be a little uncomfortable, and it should be something that stretches you, because nothing changes in your comfort zone. You got to get out of the comfort zone. So what I want to talk about today is, I want you to start setting your goals. So we talk about why you set goals. We talk about the fact that put it on paper, because it makes it real. It makes you commit to it. It allows you to see it in real life. I just set one of my goals on my wall that says I'm going to directly support and impact 100 new people in 2021. Like, that's a big, scary goal, but that is so exciting, is to think that I could be able to impact people's lives, 100 new people, through working with them and helping them achieve their goals. Like, you can't go wrong with that. So first thing is to write them down, to make it real. So how do you decide what your goal is? So first thing I want you to think about, and you can take the time to do this now, or you can just kind of let it all soak in, and then you can go back and work on it later. But I want you to think about, first of all, how many goals do you want to set? Are you someone who wants to have a laundry list of goals that you're going to be working towards? Or do you want to be able to set this really big, impactful, important goal for you, and everything you're going to do is going to work towards that one goal? So think about first how many goals that you would want to set. So I'll tell you, for me, so far I've set two big goals. So my first one, like I said, is to be able to directly impact 100 people's lives through working with me in 2021. And I get a little bit of anxiety thinking about that. But so that's kind of my professional goal. My business goal is to impact 100 people's lives. And then on a personal level, I want to have a deeper connection with my family. Like, I want to be able to have a deeper connection with my husband, with my kids. So that's another goal I'm going to be working towards. But so far, those are my two big ones. And I don't take goal setting lightly. I don't want to be setting myself up for failure. I know that I tend to get overwhelmed when I have lots of things to do on a list. So if I give myself a list of 20 goals to meet, it's going to start already feeling overwhelming. It's like when you set a diet goal at the beginning of the year and it lasts maybe about 2 weeks, and then you find chocolate cake and you realize that maybe it was not the best idea. So for me, less is more because I'm able to commit myself to those. So once you decide how many goals you think you're going to want to set, whether you recognize that you're better with the less is more, or you like to go all in and you like to set everything as a goal, then I want you to think about what's happened in the last year that got you really excited. So again, pandemic aside, what are the things that you were able to accomplish this year that brought you joy, or that got you excited, or that helped you feel proud about yourself? And I want you to think of a goal that can give you that same feeling. A lot of times, our goals are these big, grand pictures of things, but our actual goal is going to be that feeling that we get. We want to feel a certain way, so we set these goals for ourselves to have that feeling. When I get done being able to support 100 new clients, like, I know that feeling I'm going to have is going to be like outside of my body excited that I was able to impact that many people. So that's the feeling I'm going for. That's my goal. So when you think about all of those things, what happened throughout the last year that you were able to feel proud of or excited of, or just brought you joy? And on the flip side of that, maybe there wasn't anything, but maybe you recognize that you don't want to go through another year feeling like that. You don't want to go a year feeling like you missed out on something. So again, think about what that feeling is going to be that you want to achieve. And then think about those things that help you feel that way. And that can help you kind of guide towards your goal. So once you have your goals set, once you have identified how many goals you're going to have, what those goals are, what's that feeling you're going for, now we're going to go into kind of the action plan step. The action plans of, okay, so what are we going to do to get there? And there's several different ways that you can go about this. If you've got this big chunk of like, it's going to take me 6 months, it's going to take me a whole year, kind of reverse engineering it, working it backwards may be a good way to start. Again, for me, if I'm going to impact 100 new people, I'm going to have to talk to more people. So I know I have to be able to engage with more people. That's a step for me. But when you're looking at this big, scary, a little bit exciting, a little bit nerve-wracking goal, then we just get to start at day one. Like, I want you to think about, list 2 or 3 things that you maybe you're already doing. Start with what you're already doing. What are you already doing that is going to get you closer to that goal? So maybe your goal is, it's the quintessential New Year's resolution to get healthier. maybe to lose weight. So maybe you're already on a good diet plan and it's working that way, but maybe you just want to up your game a little bit, but you're already on a good diet plan. So don't discount what you're already doing. So think about those things. Think about the actions you've already taken, because the fact that you're taking those is probably what's helping you come up with that plan in the first place, with that goal. Because subconsciously, you've already come up with that goal. You just didn't tell yourself yet. So think about what you're already doing and list those things out so you can celebrate what you're already doing, getting there. Then after you have thought, you've come up with and written down what you're already doing to get you to your goal, I want you to list 2 or 3 things that you're going to do in January. Just start with January. Break that goal down into bite-sized pieces. What are you doing in January that's going to get you just a few steps closer to your goal? So again, if we're using the example of getting healthier, you're already on the healthy diet. So maybe in January, you're going to exercise 1 day a week, 15 minutes, 1 day a week. It's getting you closer. I know I have fallen victim more than once, probably can't even count anymore, of always setting this goal and taking the pendulum all the other way. And I'm going to go like, okay, I'm changing my entire lifestyle and I'm starting today. And then again, I find a piece of chocolate cake and it's all over. And then I shut down because I felt like I had to do this complete lifestyle shift. And it doesn't work for me. Some people it does, and some people are really successful. But the point is to know what works for you and to try different things. Don't beat up on yourself if you try one way and it doesn't work. Then that just means that you get to try a new way. But that's why I want you to think of 2 or 3 different things that you can do in the month of January that will help you get to your goal. And then each month, you can end each month with thinking, okay, so now what do I want to do in February? And maybe then you start planning out a little bit further and a little bit further. Maybe you're able to plan out a quarter. But it gives you, again, that direction, kind of that anchor of, here's what I'm working towards. I know no matter what is happening in my life, I know I'm still working towards this goal. It just anchors you in the fact that you still have a say and you get to have control of how this is working for you, no matter what happens around you. So those are the super quick and dirty basics around how I feel like goal setting works for me and how I've seen it help others. The next big thing for me is always with gratitude. So I always am going to either start or end my day with gratitude. And one of the ways that I've practiced in the past is even with setting daily goals. So some of you may have been a part of my gratitude challenge I had in one of my groups a while ago. And I also did a quick kind of session on gratitude journals. But one of the ways that really helped me focus was combining daily goals and my gratitude journaling. So you get to choose 3 goals for a day. And again, it can focus towards this big goal. It may be something completely different, but start with 3 goals every day. And then you list out 10 gratitudes. So, and they're specific, there's guidelines. So I'm going to tell you what they are. So 1, 2, and 3 on your gratitude list are always going to be what you are grateful for you. So 1, 2, 3, I'm grateful for me. So whether it's you woke up with a smile on your face, or you woke up in general, and that's where you're going to get started with your gratitude for the day. 3 things starting your day that you are grateful for you. Then 4, 5, and 6 on that gratitude list are going to be something different every day. It could be you're grateful for your coworkers, or you could be grateful that you didn't have to fight with traffic yesterday, or grateful for the sunrise. Whatever those things may be, 4, 5, and 6 on that gratitude list are just going to be new things every day. Number 7 on your gratitude list is going to be something that is often overlooked. So something that is taken for granted, like running water or electricity, or the fact that the birds are always chirping and it gives you brightness in your day. Whatever that may be, just something that is often taken for granted. And then your goals get to come back in with 8, 9, and 10. So you've set your 3 goals at the beginning of this exercise, and then 8, 9, and 10 are gratitudes to tie into each one of those goals. So that helps bring both of those really important focusing activities together. And it helps you realize that even if you may not have accomplished your goal yet, you still have something to be grateful for. Because now you are coming with it from a heart-centered space. You're not overthinking it like I often like to do, is overthink a lot of things. But when you lead with your heart and with gratitude, then you're always going to be authentic, you're always going to be genuine, and you're doing it from a caring space. So doing so with gratitude is always going to get you there. So you've got your goals set and you have this gratitude exercise. So I would love to hear how you implement this in your start to 2021. Maybe it's something that you revisit the end of each month. I intend to do that for me and really kind of set up my next month with what my next baby goals are going to be. But if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to share in the group, in the comments, I'm going to post this in my group, so you can leave our comments of what you're grateful for, what your goals are. Let's cheer everybody on. The last part to goals is accountability. Is find an accountability partner. Find someone who is going to support you in that. Having a group is fantastic, but to have someone who you can go to and can call you out when you're coming up with these crazy stories of things that get in your way, that is gold. Like, they are worth their weight in gold to have an accountability partner. So whether that's having a coach, or whether that's having a friend or a coworker, but find an accountability partner who will call you out, who will genuinely hold you accountable for the best reasons, because they know that you don't want to let yourself down. So find someone that you're going to be very boldly honest with about what your goals are and why, and let them know how they can help you, how they can support you. Again, sometimes that's hiring a coach, because we are completely unbiased. You bring us your goals and we support you along the way. But some people are lucky enough to have a support person like that in their life as a friend or family member, and that's great too. Just make sure they're going to call you out on your stuff when it comes up. So, because that's how you're going to keep moving forward. So I look forward to hearing what everybody has to say. Share it in the group so we can cheer you on, and let me know if you have any questions.